Okay, am I good, ladies? Give me a one as soon as I see the one. All right. Okay. All right, ladies. I'm asking I'm asking this question because I haven't seen anybody ask this question. And they haven't asked the question in a way that takes the victimhood out of these relationships with these apes. So that's my question. Are the apes karma for black women? Since since the conversations have been going in the lives and the YouTube videos about black women and its femicide victims, I am really wanting to just put it out there, ladies, because I think until black women address the accountability factor, we're going to stay stuck talking about femicide for another 10 years. So maybe it's time to turn the page, right? If you're still very sensitive about this topic, I'm going to admit to you that I think I need to put it out there, you know? And I don't think it's a topic that you don't want to stay sensitive to this topic in this live. I'm not, you know how they always say victim shaming. I'm not really wanting to get into all of that, but there's all of these channels popping up with crime stories, and y'all know I did the girl you endangered thing a long time ago before people started talking about it. And what I'm seeing is that the way that the stories are being shared and reported, it's not really doing anything it's not doing anything to change anything. And I had told you ladies during the pandemic that black women were going to say they're divesting, but they really are not divesting. And I'm not talking about these femicide victims. I'm talking about just in general. Like, I was like, hold up, wait a minute, don't get super excited. You're not gonna see a large movement of black women leaving the apes. I just wanted to put that out there and ask you questions, like, have you noticed that? Have you noticed that the numbers haven't slowed down in terms of femicide numbers? Have you noticed that it seems to be things continue to be getting progressively worse? And so then that makes you say, well, what if we looked at it from a different angle? Just what if we start looking at it from another angle? Because there is nothing that anyone can do to separate these women from these motherfuckers. These women have a lot invested in these apes. They have a lot of pride in these apes. They have no life without these apes. They use these apes as weapons. and shields and suicide tickets. They use these apes as walking dildos. They use these apes as sperm donors. Excuse me. They use these apes as social media bragging, for bragging rights in social media. They use these apes to normalize their bizarre heterosexuality, their false sense of fidelity. They use these apes as mirrors of their beauty. So, with a lot of the using going on by these black women, I want you to tell me and have that in the chat as you think about it. Do you really think? And somebody might say, well, do I really think? Well, somebody might say, well, Mad, you're proposing that the victim deserved what they got. And what I propose to you is people always get what they deserve. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking to you all as if you're a part of my private Patreon community. What was I thinking? Snap out of it, Mad. Yeah, these poor victims, I can tell that you have not been, you're not accustomed to someone coming straight at you with this discussion. I can tell. But I want you to tell me in the chat where you are with this femicide issue after you see this story. There's hundreds, there are thousands of stories out there at this point. And so it's this story is not anything special to me. I don't feel anything about it. I have grown to I've grown with the femicide topic, and I believe that a healthy amount of emotional distance from these women and their apes is necessary. I do. I don't think that black women are willing to not do the same things over and over and over. And it's time for somebody to come onto YouTube and stop bullshitting, y'all. I mean, we've been bullshitting. Like, let's cut it out. Okay? Let's just stop the bullshit. Even the women who say they care the most about these black femicide victims know that I'm right. That it's time to look at it from another side and another angle. And I'm not saying that you have to lose your sympathy for these women, but if you feel sympathetic, if you feel empathetic, hell, in some cases, if you feel pathetic, it's time to consider something different, okay? Because of the amount of women who are determined to take this same L in their life. And while some might say that no one should pay with their life for these apes, I would beg you to consider another perspective on this today, that you could possibly lose your life trying to tell these women a different story for themselves. And I have to say, I'll be the first to admit, they're not worth it. That's what I said. When Black women get to the place to where they can, we have put the word out. There are large channels. I mean, with 500,000 subscribers, these people are trying to also tell these women the same thing. But they're not really turning it the way that I'm turning it today. Okay. No one's been brave enough to actually say the victims are getting their karma. No one's going to say that. But that's exactly what it is. And until Black women accept that the ape is her karma, then there can be no change in anything. This is just going to stay. It's just going to stay the way it is. There's a saying by the old folks that says, a hard head leaves a soft behind. And so that's basically what we're dealing with. Black women are not willing to stop their nonsense, and they need to know that as they go on in life with these apes, that no one is going to mourn their loss. No one is looking over the fence and trying to get what they got. No one is wishing to be them. No one is admiring what they are doing. No one is treating them as if they are special, because you have to live your life as if it means something for people to think that you're special. But when you are a Blackistani community member, you believe that just you being you, waking up every day and scratching your behind and getting out of bed, that you are special. And we need to require more than that. We need to require more than just popping open and having these kids. The demon portals have been open for decades and centuries, if not eons. Okay? And we are honoring these women in their deaths for their highly treasonous activities and their obsession with these assholes and beasts. And that, for us, within itself, says that we have to take a different look at this so that we are not stuck in the victim murder theater of for life scenario synopsis forever. There's a darker side to this, but first let me show you the clip of this story. And let's see, I think I have it. Yeah. All right, so it's no different than all these other stories, really. But see if you can see it from a different angle. Rather than already go into it looking at the ape, why don't you look at some things that might point out the mistakes of the victim? Okay, just try. If you can't, you can. If you want to, if you're able to, then great. All right, let me share my screen. It's always the same thing. These women just having a hard time. All right, there he is, and here's the story.
Domestic violence. If you involved in anyone like this, just get away and stay away.
Well, leave silently. Don't even say your plans. Just find an escape. This is the story of Kyla O'Neal, a 31-year-old mother of 3 who recently got engaged and was 9 months pregnant with her 4th child. Kyla was experiencing the happiest time of her life when she would discover news that would turn her world upside down and ultimately trigger a series of events that would lead to her murder. Welcome to Viral Crimes. Subscribe and hit like for its residents, with strong schools, low crime rates, and plentiful parks and recreation opportunities. 31-year-old Kyla Bianca O'Neal, also known as Princess Dior by those who knew and loved her, was a mother of 3
Okay, so I'm just gonna stop right here and just tell you, I'm sorry. I think social media has definitely desensitized the current perspective that I have on femicide victims. Because I'm seeing a lot of the same, you know, fakeness, the bravado, the showing off, I'm sorry, y'all. I need y'all to be honest with me in this damn chat today too. So if you're not ready for that, that's fine, but I'm just going straight at it. I have had it with black women and showing off in social media. It just doesn't work for us. It's childish, it's late, it's weak, it shows that we don't have our priorities right. I'm also tired of all of these baby mamas. I'm just sick of it, okay? And it doesn't matter if black women are even married to these apes. You know the violence with those apes as well. And so just know that Matt is not feeling none of this, so.
Children with another one on the way. She was extremely close to her family and deeply loved by her friends. She worked hard to provide for whatever her kids needed by working as a certified nursing assistant while also attending Maranello School of Beauty. She was a talented hairstylist and makeup artist, leading her to start her own business called Chez Dior Collections and Styles. She provided many services including braids, locks, weaves, wigs, and more. She also created the Chez Dior shop, where she would be selling various products such as clothes, shoes, handbags, and other accessories. Kyla was in a relationship with 32-year-old Dante Raphael McRae. Dante was a worker at the Amazon Fulfillment Center. The two had been in a relationship.
Y'all catching all of this? What she was doing, what was he doing for a living, all of that. That's not the worst of it yet.
For 5.5 years and were recently engaged to be married. The two had been in a relationship for 5.5 years and were recently engaged to be married. Dante proposed to Kyla in front of family and friends, and the video was posted online. Kyla captioned the video saying, "December 31st, we'll be 6 years strong. There has been obstacles, and there has been challenges that has tested our relationship."
For some reason, he didn't finish reading it, but I wanted to read it. This is just so irritating. We'll be 6 years strong. There has been obstacles, and there has been challenges that has tested our relationship and tried to tear us down. But we managed to overcome them all together as a unit for our family. I love you forever, Mr. McRae, sir. There are still good men out here, ladies. They may not be perfect, but they're just right for you. I mean, this is 2023. Where do black women feel so comfortable with being in relationships with black men that they feel they can actually start trying to or continue trying to post this garbage about their man? Like, that's a trap. That's a hell no. Like, I get the desperation and the thirst, but this is ridiculous. Like, she wasn't even married to him, but she's putting herself out there.
Challenges that has tested our.
And I know that married men drag black women all day, every day. So don't think that I'm promoting the marriage to these apes, because I'm not.
Relationship and tried to tear us down, but we managed to overcome them all. Together as a unit for our family. I love you forever, Mr. McRae, sir. There are still good men out here, ladies. They may not be perfect, but they're just right for you. Some of the happiest times of my life. If he wants to, he will, referring to Dante's proposal for.
And he drug her for filth by having all those kids. Well, I don't know how many they had. She had 3, but she was pregnant with a 4th. They were together for 5 or 6 years, and they're just now getting engaged. And again, I'm not promoting marriage to these apes, okay? I'm really not.
Marriage. Kyla was extremely happy, and the couple seemed happy to spend the rest of their lives together. Kyla would frequently post her love and appreciation for Dante on social media. "If I don't tell you enough, I'll tell till I'm blue in the face. I love you so much. Thank you for being an amazing father, stepfather, and husband and best."
Okay, and so this is where she's Telling him I don't tell he's gonna cut it off. That's why I'm gonna read it. If I don't tell you enough, I'll tell till I'm blue in the face. I love you so much. Thank you for being an amazing father or stepfather and husband and best friend. What? You've been nothing short of genuine and real. Okay, how do hold on. I know I can be a headache at times, but you love me regardless, flaws and all. I can't imagine spending my life with anyone else. You picked up the pieces when I thought there wasn't any hope left for me. You've supported me in everything I wanted to pursue with no holes bargain. I don't know. Your heart is unmatched. The most beautiful soul ever. We've come so far. Many will clap for us and many won't, but as long as we clap for each other and continue to build our empire, our union can't be broken. If for any second you've thought anything otherwise, I'm sorry, baby. I love you forever. Past the moon king. It'll be 5 years. She is playing herself. December 21. I pray we have more prosperous years together. I know your phone messed up. So when it gets right, you'll see this. Ugh. His phone was messed up because of what you're going to find out he was doing, probably.
Friend. You've been nothing short of genuine and real. I know I can be a headache at times, but you love me regardless, flaws and all. I can't imagine spending my life with anyone else. You picked up the pieces when I thought there wasn't any hope left for me. You've supported me in everything I wanted to pursue with no holds bargain. Your heart is unmatched. The most beautiful soul ever. We've come so far.
That's so, and she's taking the masculine perspective, saying things about him that she wishes he probably said about her, but apes are not, they're illiterate and they're emotionally retarded. So how in the fuck is she saying all of this about him? And so he's the bitch. Ah, that's just too excessive. Black women put their whole heart on these apes, and it's just tacky as hell.
Many will clap for us and many won't, but as long as we clap for each other and continue to build our empire, our union can't be broken. If for any second you've thought anything otherwise, I'm sorry, baby. I love you forever, past the moon king. It'll be 5 years December 31st.
I'm sorry, that's these I could call them mammies, pick-me's, these, I don't care, I don't give a damn, y'all. Mad has changed the perspective, cause I can see now we're just gonna keep on going, feeling sorry for these women. These women are loving all of this attention that they're getting in life and in fucking death, and I say hell to the no. Hell to the motherfucking no. If it has something to do with an ape, it's your fault. Shit. Unless you didn't know the nigga. But when you creating these fake empires with these bitches, please. But yeah.
2021. I pray we have more prosperous years together. I know your phone messed up, so when it gets right you'll see this. Sadly, her fiancé was hiding a dark secret, and what was supposed to be Kyla's happy ending would soon turn into a nightmare. On January 8, officers received a call about a shooting at the Amazon Fulfillment Center in Lakeville. When they arrived, they discovered a 9 months pregnant Kyla suffering from a gunshot wound to the neck, causing her to become unresponsive. Paramedics rushed her to the hospital and conducted an emergency cesarean section in an attempt to save the life of her unborn child. They were able to deliver the baby, but the baby remained in critical condition. Kyla was unable to be saved and she would be pronounced dead. Kyla's cause of death was a single gunshot wound to the neck, which resulted in the transection of her cervical spine. Following the incident, police interviewed Dante, who was identified as Kyla's significant other and the father of their newborn. During the interview, Dante appeared to be distraught about what just occurred and shared that he and Kyla had engaged in a heated argument throughout the day. This was triggered by the revelation that Dante had fathered a child with another woman while Kyla was still pregnant. Dante had initially left the home with all his belongings, using a lift to travel to his mother's place. After dropping his belongings at his mother's residence, he later needed a ride to work. Although Kyla had ended their relationship hours earlier, she decided to help Dante out, and she went to pick him up and brought him to his workplace.
Now see, she found out she was 9 months pregnant. She was 3 days away from her delivery date. She finds out that he was cheating, that he had another woman pregnant. got another woman pregnant while she's pregnant. So she broke up with him a few hours before he killed her, but he was able to get his hands on her after the breakup because the dust motherfucker didn't have a ride to get to the Amazon warehouse. So she decides to go back and help a bitch nigga out. Like we gotta start getting offended that black women are this diehard stupid and diehard in love with these beasts. Cause it's just keeping us in a situation that's not even safe, really. Like just being in a nation where a bitch is getting shot down every few hours and shit. I'm sorry, y'all. That's just what it is, okay? Like we gotta stop this over sympathizing with the victims of these apes because these women would have it no other way. There's an arrogance and a conceitedness that goes along with dating these beasts. Think about it. He's a beast. You have to be pretty damn cocky in the head. You have to be pretty head fucked. Do y'all understand? Hit the heart with a 100 or something on that little floaty heart thing that I'm looking at. That's cool that y'all can hit that little thing. Come on, hit the hearts or the 100s or something. Let them float on up to heaven. You know, I mean, we have to send out a different signal because we're dealing with very narcissistic women as well. We have to send it out because we got to let the universe know we're not co-siding with arrogant, conceited, greedy, haughty, desperate, male identified, soon to be femicide women. We're not doing that. We gotta let them know out there. Okay? We're not putting up with that. You know, we need to have that pushback. Because you know what? After the girl had 3 babies and was on a 4th one. You tell me if you're not dealing with a very deliberate, haughty-minded woman who's going to do whatever she has to do to keep a rusty dick in her house or in her presence. That's what black women, I mean, I'm telling you, these black women that go back to these apes, they are obsessed with rusty dick. They're obsessed with having babies. And I'm going to say it, their only claim to fame is being mothers. I'm hitting a lot of points here. They don't even give a damn if 15-year-olds are on TikTok twerking and shaking and rattling and rolling. They gonna have 3 babies, be 30 and 31 and 35 and still get up there with them babies shake, rattling and rolling too. This is not a society that is encouraging black women to do better. This is not a society that is encouraging black women to do better. Somebody has to take the twerk thong off. But I've been telling the ladies, look, and this is the only channel who will tell you this. You know why? Because the other women, well, let's just say this is the only channel that will tell you this. The reason why a lot of these black women get into these situations is not because of their low self-esteem. It's not because of anything that has been said so far. I'm not letting anything else slide except for the number one reason, which is the most obvious. These women are dick obsessed with black males, which means they're ape dick obsessed. I've said it before on a live, but I need to say it again because y'all don't understand. You don't have 3 and 4 babies from people all over the planet. Niggas haven't even proven who they are, what they can do. They don't have to have a bank account. They don't have to have a car. All they have to have is some crusty black lips. And I'm going to edit what I'm saying right here. But that's all they have to have. Is some funky sperm, some funky germets to spin out of that 8 peen. And your everyday, ordinary black woman is more than happy to hop in a car with a nigga who just cheated on her while she's pregnant. And he has another baby on the way. She's happy to break up with him. But oh wait, I'm throwing away something highly valuable, a black male. Let me give him a ride to work. So in case after I have this baby, I want to have some more 8 peen. And maybe another baby after that. And me and him can sit around and talk about the other baby mama and how she ain't no good. All of this nostalgia that you black women are hooked on is your karma. It's your witchcraft. You witchcrafting yourself. You got yourself fucked up. And you're paranoid because you think that everything is a threat to you not having your ape fix. And instead of getting some motherfucking therapy, you stay in the situations until you rot. Or get shot. Let's see how this ends up. It doesn't end up any better.
At the Amazon Fulfillment Center in Lakeville. Upon arriving in Lakeville, Dante stated that he discovered he had guns in his bags and became concerned about having them around his kids. Therefore, he sought to clear the guns of any live ammunition to ensure that they were safe. Dante stated that he accidentally shot Kyla while attempting to do so. After reviewing surveillance footage from the Amazon Fulfillment Center parking lot, the police found discrepancies in Dante's statement. The footage reportedly depicted Dante running alongside Kyla's vehicle as she drove, but she later parked the car and began to reverse it, striking Dante in the process, causing him to fall back. Dante changed his story after he realized there was surveillance footage of what happened. Dante stated that he was angered by her backing the car into him, causing the door to hit him. As a result, he raised his gun, pointing it at her before ultimately firing and causing her death. He claimed that he was unaware that there was still a live round in the chamber when he fired the gun. He also mentioned that he had undergone 2 firearm safety courses in the past. Police spoke to a witness that had informed the police that Dante was quite familiar with guns. Additionally, it was disclosed that Kyla had undergone gun safety training and had a valid permit to carry. Her family was doubtful that she would have needed Dante to clear the live ammunition out of a firearm. When Kyla's mother spoke to investigators, she informed them that the couple had a fight on the day of the shooting. Allegedly said she had been called over to the couple's residence because one of Kyla's children told her Dante was getting aggressive with their mother. She informed them that her daughter was upset to learn about Dante's infidelity and that she didn't want to be bothered with him and that he had to go. She said Kyla told her that when the baby was born, he wouldn't have Dante's name. Authorities spoke to another witness who has not been identified, and they informed them that Dante
See? Oh man, I paused on the wrong screen. God. And all of these women think that these motherfuckers are attractive. Oh, y'all don't understand. This is a psychological sickness for black women. That's the black woman's karma. Birthing some of their ugliest, niggas on the planet. And then having the nerve to think they're attractive and having the nerve to lay up and get a bunch of babies and posting pictures with these motherfuckers as if you really got something. Tell me these women are not under spells. All of that. And this is very narcissistic in itself to the woman wants this thing, she wants this thing standing behind her and around her, and she's wanting to be the star of the show, and she's saying, look, you other black bitches, I got me one of them. Look, you other black bitches, I got me one of them. You don't even know how old I am. I could be 25, I could be 30. You don't even know, but I got me one of them. And I don't give a damn about my womb. As long as I pop out one of them and a couple of y'all give me the praises that I deserve. Come on, this is a sickness that black women have to get delivered from. This is a sickness. Everybody is making this same dumbass mistake. And I'm tired of talking about these victims of these apes. Okay? Enough of the bullshit, all right? This is something that is a deeper psychological problem of these women. These niggas, as soon as they dump all of that ape peen and nut and shoot up the womb, that's you fucked up from there. It's a spell. And because black women have a problem with cognitive dissonance and, bipolar cognitive dissonance, multiple personalities, schizophrenia, dissociative disorders, and a whole ton of other personality issues, no one can pin these motherfuckers down and say what the fuck is going on. Yes, I'm cursing. No one can call these women out. Histrionic personality disorder, needing attention. Narcissistic personality disorder, antisocial personality disorder. All of these disorders. I hate everybody but this ape. I can't do right by nobody except for the ape. No matter what this ape does to me, I will always love it. And so tell me today, if you're bold enough, that the ape is not our karma. Because we're arrogant, foolish, and dumb enough to actually make it possible. It's really a statement. I don't even know if let me just try to get to the end of this shit.
Dante's name. Authorities spoke to another witness who has not
It's about 4 minutes left. I'm trying to get to the end. I don't know if I will.
been identified, and they informed them that Dante repeatedly threatened Kyla the day she was killed.
Woo,
The couple got into an altercation over a set of keys, forcing the witness to have to step in and separate the two. According to the witness, Kyla proceeded to break Dante's phone, and then Dante told Kyla that if another man came around his kids, he was going to kill her. He also said to the family, "You all ain't bulletproof. I'm going to fuck you all up. You ain't bulletproof."
See? If another man comes around his children, he's gonna fuck her up and kill her. And that y'all are not bulletproof. That's him right there. That's him, girl. That's your Amazon employee. That's your favorite peen. This is the one. This is the one that has black women hating each other, being at war with each other, obsessed with these apes.
I'm going to fuck you all up. You ain't bulletproof. Dante was arrested and charged with second-degree murder for the death of Kyla.
On the doorsteps of 31-year-old Kyla O'Neal's apartment,
She been here a month, this month on the 5th. She just moved here.
balloons and candlelights drive out the darkness that lingers
Damn, the candle business is booming because of the victims of these apes. The candle business is booming, and the balloons, the helium balloons, and these grocery store flowers, and it's just, this is insanity.
keeping Katina O'Neal up at night since her pregnant daughter was shot and killed.
I got to go the rest of my life without my baby.
Police say this man, her fiance, 32-year-old Dante McCray, shot O'Neal outside
I notice a pattern too. The mothers of these daughters usually call them their baby. OMG. Y'all ain't ready for me. I want to tell you what that really says, but right now I might derail this video, so let me keep going. But they love calling their daughters their babies after they die. Oh, that was my baby. And even when they're living, that's my baby. That's my baby. Oh, it's my baby. Okay.
the Amazon warehouse in Lakeville Sunday night.
My sister didn't deserve that.
Katina says the problem started with infidelity.
Another favorite thing. She didn't deserve that. That's another thing, y'all. I'm going to keep focusing on these things, okay? I'm going to come back at you again. They love saying, oh, my baby, oh, my God, what happened? I'm not going to get to see her walk down the aisle. You wasn't going to get to see her walk down the aisle anyway because she's dealing with apes. That even if she does walk down the aisle, it's going to be with somebody's shotgun to a nigga's back. Okay? Get ready for that little mini mass shooting episode at the church, too. But like I said, they love saying, oh, she didn't deserve it. She didn't deserve it. And it's so funny because I know that they're saying the opposite of what's really going on. Like, y'all got to get tougher about this stuff. I'm not saying everybody needs to start posting and being super mean, but there's a level of truth that's being held back by everyone who's talking about these stories, okay? And I'm sorry, black women are just not the type of women that's going to get it if we keep, oh my God, poor thing. That's so sad. Look at those niggas. Look at that. Hey, he shouldn't have did it. This is a whole nother kind of battlefield. Don't waste your tears. Don't waste your emotional energy on that, feeling that way about these women. I'm telling you, especially if you don't know them.
Which she says McCray admitted to when they came to visit just hours before her daughter was killed.
So when he told me, he's like, oh, well, Ma, it's a baby. I looked, I said, so you didn't cheat, you got a child? He like, yeah.
Katina says after a physical altercation that afternoon, the couple went their separate ways. O'Neal went for a drive.
Physical altercation.
She said, I want to go alone. So I'm thinking she's going to vent.
Her mother says her caring heart led her back to McCray.
I should just told her.
It's not a caring heart that's leading these women back to these apes. You see what I'm saying? The stories are not being told correctly. It's pride. It's ego. It's nostalgia demons. It's stupidity. It's desperation. It's thirst. It's control. It's possession. It's obsession. It's sick. All of those things. It's not no caring heart. You don't get a nigga just whooped your ass and told you he fucked somebody else and they're pregnant and that he don't care about you and he'll kick rocks happily is what he did. But you're going back with a caring heart? Basically, that's letting y'all know these women don't have hearts. Y'all gotta smarten up because that's really what's happening. We're sitting here talking about, I've been thinking about this shit for a decade and better. So I know that I'm right. These women are not going back out of no fucking love. That's what they think. That's what they say. They going back because they at rock bottom, bitch. Because fucking with niggas and not having a real life, that will keep you at the fucking bottom. In desperation mode, starvation mode, poverty thinking. A caring heart led you back to a nigga that just cheated on you while you're pregnant with another chick he got pregnant? That means he had unprotected sex with both of y'all and you have a caring heart? this is just screaming to the world that black women are dumb as fuck. God. And always the mommies and the aunties, they're just walking around just lost. Give me some more flowers. Give me some more balloons. I need some more candles to put on my floor. I need some to put out on the front porch, on the porch. I mean, they're just lost. What could I have said? Well, she loved the ape like you, so you don't know what to say. She was just, because that's all us black women think about is getting with these apes and having these babies. And that's the pride of life. That's all we got going for us. So they don't know. They lost. Look at them. They lost. Same look. And these girls are reckless as hell. No.
Girl, I'm going anyway.
He was on his way to work, and she took him to work. Even though all that they did there, she still went and picked him up and took him to work.
Where she and
Right? Because that's just part of the Blackistan way of showing you love,
investigators say things took
Let's
a
hear that
turn,
part again.
led her back to McCrae. Couple went their separate ways. O'Neal went for a drive.
She said, I want to go alone. So I'm thinking she's going to vent.
Her mother says her caring heart led her back to McCrae.
I should just told her, girl, I'm going anyway.
He was on his way to work, and she took him to work. Even though all that they did there, she still went and picked him up and took him to work.
Where she and investigators say things took a turn.
And he went in the back of her car, in her back door, and grabbed her gun out of her purse and aimed it at her and shot her.
O'Neal was rushed to the hospital where she later died. Her baby Messiah now fighting for his life.
No brain activity. He's not breathing on his own.
As candles shine a light in hope of saving others from this family's darkness.
Domestic violence. If you involved in anyone like this, just get away and stay away.
Well, he's silent.
That means nothing to your average black woman with these apes. Get away and stay away. It means absolutely nothing. They don't even have any energy for the message. Just, child, if you get your ass beat by these niggas or they dog you out, just get away. Oh, I don't know what to tell you. Just get away and try to stay away, honey. They don't know what to say. Because that's not what's really in their culture. That's not a part of their lifestyle. They know get away and stay away. Pick a nigga up and take his ass to work. And keep on fucking, that's all.
You don't even say your plans.
These brilliant diamonds were not dug up from here, but were
hold on.
created here.
It's just find an escape.
The grief of losing her daughter is nearly crushing Katina O'Neal. The death of her newborn grandson would be too much to bear.
I need him to pull through this. I want him to. I can't lose both of them. Not right now. No.
Police say Kyla O'Neal was shot Sunday in the parking lot of the Amazon warehouse in Lakeville, 3 days before her due date. Kyla died at the hospital, but doctors successfully delivered her son, named Messiah.
He lost a lot of oxygen to the brain.
And that was a very inappropriate name. I'm sorry, Messiah. They shouldn't have named the child that. No, that's black people are too full of themselves for me. I mean, stop naming people all of this bullshit that your kids don't even have qualities like that. All of this religious, biblical stuff. Stop that shit. Okay, if you have a kid that's got a religious name, just call him the first letter, M. Don't call him Messiah. That's just the black woman's way of trying to feel better about giving her womb to a demon. Okay? And you can't call out a baby and try to make the baby recover your stupidity. Stop it. Stop with that bullshit now. I don't want to meet anybody's kid in the future talking about some Messiah. That is so arrogant. No, don't do that. Stop that. Stop it. It's all for showing off.
So therefore, he have no brain functioning right now. I'm holding on to faith. I'm praying. God got the last word. And so hopefully.
And whenever women say that, run the fuck away. When they say God has the last word, I'm telling you, I might go into that privately, because there are things that are being said in this video. They're deadly words by mammies and pygmies in Blackistan. God got the last word. Be very careful when you hear those words. I'm telling y'all. When you hear those words, very, very bad. I don't even want to go into it.
He gave him to me.
Messiah and his 3 siblings are now without a mother who family says was driven, outspoken, and good at whatever she put her mind to.
All she ever thought about doing was making a life for her and her kids.
Now, she was 31. How old is her mother? Why do we have to do the eyelashes? Why? Why at whatever her age is? See, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not the one.
She's looking forward to this birth.
Police say Kyla's fiance, the father of newborn Messiah and another daughter, was with her when officers responded to the 911 call.
He's been interviewed. He's been cooperating with us. He is in custody right now at the Dakota County Jail.
Kyla's mother says Kyla ended the relationship hours before she died.
She didn't deserve what happened to her. She had a promising future, the hurt, the pain. And it's even harder when I look at her babies.
Kyla's baby, Messiah O'Neal, would later pass away at the hospital 9 days after being delivered. The death of the baby resulted in Dante being charged with a second count of second-degree murder. The family held a vigil in Kyla's honor following the shooting.
My God, must be Vigil Nation. This is Vigil Nation. There's always some vigils going on. We're going to have a vigil. We need some more balloons. We're having another vigil. What time you get off of work? We got to get to the vigil. I mean, it's just, come on now. The local balloon shops are making hella bank on the vigils.
Released bright pink balloons to match Kyla's vibrant personality. What happened to Kyla O'Neal is a tragedy and a devastating loss for her family and friends. She was driven to build her business and provide for her children, and now because of a senseless act of violence, many lives have been destroyed. She didn't deserve what happened to her. She was trying to be kind and help out someone she cared for, and I'm sure she never imagined that he would take her life. My condolences to her.
Okay. So it's just, I mean, at some point, women have to take responsibility. Seriously. If we don't start talking in this way without it being, I don't want to get too ruthless, but women have to know that we will not mourn nor grieve them for fucking with these apes. You remember I told you that there's no reason to grieve old men. It's no reason to grieve an old man. So if I can say that, I'm going to say there's no reason to grieve over women who would not, they would have it no other way than to live and die with these apes. I'm going to say that again in case you didn't hear me. There is no reason to grieve over women who would rather live and die over these apes. You need to get that all the way through your head, because when you understand that a choice is a choice that people make, especially these long-term toxic as fuck, these fuck fest relationships filled with violence, abuse, and pride, you must let these women die with the ape. That is their everything. That is their pride and joy. That is all they know. That is all they care about. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a damn about you. And you need to wake up and understand that. They could give a fuck about your femicide videos online. They don't give a damn about that. They don't see sisterhood as important. They don't see other black women giving a fuck about them as important. All they care about is this ape. You gotta wake up and see it, you know? I mean, I'm trying to change the dialogue a little bit because it's just stuck on stupid. And these women think that we care so much that we will sit in mourning while they're living their life to the fullest until the clicking of the gun. Because remember, these women are not suffering long in their minds. This ape is worth every inch of pain that they go through and any pleasure as well. So kick them out of your concern because they are not worried about you. They have other things to be concerned about. Their nails, their hair, their neck, their back, and their other needs. Maybe a box of chicken, I don't know. This is a type of ruthlessness that is needed. Because you have to understand one thing. These women believe that as long as we are rallying for them, these are childish, immature women. So they're going to walk into what you say don't do. So whatever you say not to do, they are going to do. You know, when she was posting all of that stuff about her baby daddy, violent ape, what happened? She was really just letting the world know that we got a strong black love union and ain't nobody in hell or heaven gonna separate us. You see? That's what she was letting y'all know. And I want these women to recognize, you know, that it's time for black women who are progressive and productive to look at it a little bit differently. Because they'll throw your ass under the bus because you care. These are people who only call for help when it's too late. This is a push it to the limit kind of community. This is a let a nigga beat the brakes off of me first community. And of course, this is a 911 call with blood curdling screams and moans community. And what does that say? That says that black people don't learn, apparently, when you care. That's not how they learn. All of this going on, all this old black femicide, and, you know, we got to help our sisters. I thought so too. But they see you as a problem. You. are the one who should be pitied, because you don't have the exciting roller coaster toxic fake love that they have. So fuck them. Fuck them in all kinds of ways. Fuck them. Fuck black love. Fuck these bullshit stories. It all leads to the same thing. Dumbass ape. Hard-headed black woman. A hard head makes a soft ass. And it needs to. Well, anyway. I'll come at you another time with another live. If you missed out on the last 2 lives in my private group, you need to get in there, okay? I did one on the blue chip body consciousness. I love that live stream. I like it. When I like my shit, I know I'm doing great. I love that live. Y'all need to check out my private topics. I love going in, working hard for these ladies that support me in the private group. And again, if you like my work, you like my channel, you like my commentary, you will love my private group, okay? I'm going to tell you that. Shameless plug. This is my channel. So let you know, I don't monetize my channel so I can say what I want, but I really want to be able to go into more detail on topics. Y'all let me know, ladies in the private group, if y'all have more topics, because I love covering things that make sense to them. Y'all need to get with the private group. I'm still vibing off the blue chip body consciousness, okay? We did that one 2 weeks ago. This past weekend I did the one on dark divine protection, and that one is still a work in progress because there's so many parts to that topic. But we're going to keep working on all of these topics to help move black women in a positive, forcefully positive direction, away from all of these other chicks that's not really getting it. That's it. I'm out. I enjoyed your time. We'll see you again soon. And again, thanks for supporting me. Thanks, mods. Thanks, patrons. I love y'all. And thanks, subscribers. That's it. I'm out.
Goofy scared to come outside. Goofy better pray on my mama, on my gang. Me and Elmo gonna spray. Goofy, it ain't safe. We gon' catch him where he lay. He's scared to come outside. Clubhouse stepping night and day. God knows I'm stepping an hour later. Until it hurts and ain't no mercy because I'm Disney Ray. You hear that? Ha-ha in my verses cause it's outrageous. Meaning God forgive me, I'm insane. Oh, I won't get down on my knees, I like to stand tall. Goofy stay hating on my name. I took Goofy off of Disney. Oh, Disney. Can you feel me? Me and Donald posted in the streets, yeah. Goofy gonna start talking about me. He's scared to come outside. Meaning give me a second chance. God knows I love you, but that Daisy, she the devil, man. Lost a couple of my partners, so I'm sliding on whoever ain't. Drop Goofy so hard, I'ma have to call the reverend. Cause no weapon formed against me shall prosper, yeah. Punching on the shop, I know that Glock on, yeah. I'll be waiting for a Goofy outside. He's scared to come outside. Yeah. Clubhouse stepping night and day. Clubhouse stepping night and day. You know I'm stepping out later. Until it hurts, it ain't no mercy, cause I'm Disney Ray. You hear that in my voice, because it's alright. Through the curse, I pray for better days. Seems like yesterday was catching play. And it's been a hard on me later, I can't catch a break. Oh no. Don't come outside, Goofy. Goofy scared to come outside. He's scared to